Hey, NASDAQ, where you get the best dope on the markets here. Today is Monday. Matter of fact, we've been talking about crude oil here, and I have been saying for weeks here, one of these days you'll open $10 lower, and that'll be the high. Okay, this is just these are just what I've been kind of cautioning. And anyway, let's look at crude oil here. Today here we are down 874 right now. Okay, we got a massive $17 range. 101, call it 101.70 to 84.40. Okay, and this is the day session. Okay, this is the day session here. We came into these levels, okay, on a gap lower. This is the day session, okay, not the overnight trade. We've come right into my levels. We break down here. That's that blue trend line horizontal. Ignore that. We came into these yellow. Okay, I mapped these out. Nothing to say here. You went through it here. Came back up here. We went and took a peek up here. 91.87 here. This number is 91.52, 91.04. Okay, so within 50 cents, I got two numbers, two big numbers. And anyway, so this is what we just did right now here, today here. Let's go look at a daily chart. Okay, this is what look at that. We got an outside down day, but folks. 92.47, okay, that's yesterday's low. Look at this. 92.10, the low before that. 91.45, the low before that. Okay, we're under all that, all last week's action. This, in my opinion, is really bearish, and I have talked about this. The sheiks, all their net income just doubled from 55 up to 110, okay? They are looking to sell, hedge, protect. And this morning we were paying $100 a barrel, $100 bill for a barrel. Anyway, so we'll see what this is. I've said the whole time here, we know what drill baby drill is. Okay, we know what drill baby drill is. That's $55. Okay, and that is on his. Here, as a matter of fact, here let's just see if we could jam it up here a little bit. Okay, where did Trump get in here? November 2020. Okay, so this was Trump. Okay, and then remember that we had the energy rally because Trump was going to, with the economy and stuff. And then all of a sudden here, then we got into that tariff scare. Okay, and we went down to 55, 55 again, 56. Okay, here. Okay, and we were going down. Okay, drill, baby, drill. That's the whole idea. Anyway, we came up here. I had a couple sets here, a couple sets of these olive lines. Here's a couple of them. And then when they're overlapped or something like that here, you got two of them up here, I think. Two of them right here, one right here, and then, two right here at 103.45. As a matter of fact, I think the day session here, you know what, let me go to an intraday here. This was the high. This was the 9th, okay? This was when we traded 120. Call it 120. Everybody heard 120. Okay, a couple guys cocking off, hey, I'll buy a couple at 120. Big money guys. Big. Because these are futures markets. This is where it's at. So anyway, 100 has been, a ceiling here for the last week during all this chaos. Okay, so Trump extended this deal. We'll see what happens. Let's see, there we go. Okay, and this is what it looks like on an intraday. Okay, here's the silver here. Listen, before Trump came out and more or less said a 5-day ceasefire, we'll just call it that, okay? That's how I name my charts. And we got this kind of action here. Was this Friday here? This was the 19th. Okay, so this was 61.21. Okay, this is a 24-hour chart. So at 1 a.m., we were down here, okay? We were here, 72. Remember that? Powder blues. As a matter of fact, we failed up there today. Again, here we blew through the stops. They try to hold it, and then all of a sudden you do this, okay? So this is the silver action here. This is what it looked like last week over here. We had some breakouts here. This trend line right here, over here. Then you got those other things right there. If one was looking, that was a nice place to sell. Then you start taking out, where's this trend line? Over here, here you hold it, okay, here you blow through it, and then here you come back up to that line, here to here, a neckline. And then this was at, what was this, 82.76, you know, 20 bucks. $20, folks. These are really historic ranges. The 16th to the 23rd. $20 move. Silver crashed under $20. I think it went to 10 or 12 or 14 or something like that in 2020. So we got a game here. Let's go look at the gold. Okay, so gold is the weak sister. Okay, let's go to here. Let me go get something. This is on an intraday. Okay, this is like a 60-minute, except it's my custom. You can see the diamonds here. This is a sell program. Okay, here this is a buy program. 7, 8, 9. Okay, and this is where we are right now. If one was looking at it bullish and you're looking to buy, you could buy here. I don't know, 43.22. This spike low. If you're looking to put a stop, what's this? 43.14. Okay, we are just talking. This is just education on how, you know, maybe put a buy stop over here. Why would I want to buy there? I'll just buy here. Okay, because you're trying to buy momentum where, you know, so you don't have the market break 50 or whatever it is. It can break anything. It can break 200. We were down here, 4,100. Okay, so we were down 300 more. We were down almost $500 last night. Okay, we got under this. Okay, call it 44, round down. And we went to 41. Okay, I got something here, but there is not much here. Okay, 36.12. Okay, that's why back here, you're like, what's the next $500 move? I couldn't tell you. I thought it was 50-50. You sure you could rally? Yes, you could rally off these powder blues. Okay, but it seems like that's giving everybody a chance to buy it. So I don't know. We were just up at 122. I'm sorry, gold was just up at 5,600. All-time high tick. Okay, all-time high tick. Okay, here this is going to be a reason why in panic and chaos, why you want to buy my charts. Okay, make me an offer. You see my packages over there on NASDAQ.com, and then you go to that memberships or something like that. That VIP is absolutely a steal. Anyway, this was one of the charts. This has gone out here, as a matter of fact. Here, you have, this is in April RBOB, okay? This is unleaded gas. This is June RBOB, okay? So you got some olives here at 341, the top one, and this one's about the same price, okay? About the same price. This is in the back month, okay? This is in June, and the reason why it's not dragging up, first of all, everybody's buying the front month, but second of all, because the squeeze might be over. As a matter of fact, here, we got a green right here we're trying to hold here, although we traded lower. On news, look at that, that's about $8 lower. 8 times $480. Okay, $480 a penny, 286 to 287. Okay, we broke what, 25 bucks? Oh my goodness, 45 cents. 45 cents. So 45 cents times 480 bucks. Okay, that's how much from high to low. Well, anyway here, and listen, this didn't miss, okay? 340.79. Okay, it missed by, 30 cents. Okay, and this is what we got here. I'll give you one here. What you can do is go from the olive sell to the green buy. Here, first time at the green buy, we got back under. Big slop. This was on March 9th. Okay, and here we are on another weekend. I've been cautioning about the weekends. Not to go home short. Okay, not to go home short because that's kind of suicidal. It's the luck of the draw, And anyway, here we got Dees RBOB here, so we got up to 234. Okay, so is that 230? Yeah, look, only 235. Okay, 235. Here we're at 310 in the June. Here we are at 340 on the high. Okay, so I've talked about that these were going to be great opportunities for sheiks, countries, excluding the ones that Trump has all the cards on, in the BRICS. the ones that are trying to take the U.S. down. So anyway, hey, let's gander over here. This is actually March nat gas. This is probably over, but here, back in January, 260. That was an olive buy. Here's the green sell, the scalp, okay, and then I don't know what this was. And then here you come back down. Now listen, this might be the new contract. We might have expired down there. So that would be another way how these olives work. You know, you get a some long-term levels from me. You put an alarm on. You know, if you can't have open orders on everything, which is very difficult, you gotta have margin money for that. One more thing I want to add here is we get this new value, okay? So this is in the bank hours, okay? And this is the range, okay? Forget that we are at 101 up here, just under 102.50, okay? 101.50. And that we were down here at 85. But during the day here, okay, we seem to establish some kind of value, okay? You know, where we're just not, you know, we still get this. You know, that's a $10 move right there, this bar right here, with this low here. You know, when we came off of this high here, you know, because people are like, hey, sell crude. They're giving $99 bills for each barrel. Okay, so that's just kind of the methodology I just wanted to say here. Sorry, I left this on here, and I'm not going to redo this here. All right, if you need something, ARP at NASDOG. Thanks for watching.